Hi, I'm Mack. Welcome to DevOps for Pandemics at the DevOps Enterprise Summit. COVID-19 has transformed the way we live and work. Today, we sit amid a pandemic whose effects extend well beyond today and into the future of work. This is truly an unprecedented event, and it's forced us to adapt in ways that we could not have anticipated. Key DevOps principles and practices such as collaboration, transparency, and automation stand at the core of our ability to adapt and respond. I am tremendously excited to be here today at the DevOps Enterprise Summit to share a bit about what we saw at Wiley when a global pandemic impacted businesses around the world and how the principles of DevOps helped us respond. Take a little time to provide an introduction of myself and Wiley and the impact we saw immediately following COVID-19. And then I'm going to get into some of the principles at the core of crisis response. Then I'll get into one example of what we saw on our applications, the impact we saw from COVID, and how we were able to respond. Finally, I'll talk about next steps and where we can all go from here. I've got a lot to cover today, so let's get started. I don't want to spend a ton of time on myself or on Wiley, but I did want to introduce myself to provide a bit of background. I'm Mack. I'm the CIO and CISO at Wiley. I've led global teams across a wide range of companies, from large financial companies like Experian to innovative tech companies. Now, prior to Wiley, I ran a global DevOps company that built open source software and helped other companies through DevOps transformation. I've been part of the DevOps world and the DevOps community for quite some time, which is one of the many reasons I'm excited to be here today. Now, Wiley is primarily known as a publishing company, but now, more than ever, we're a tech-enabled research and education company. Wiley's success has long been defined by our ability to listen to the world, to adapt in response. Today, in the face of a global pandemic, what Wiley does, research and education, is more important than ever. And for Wiley, the only path forward, as always, is to keep evolving in pursuit of our mission to help the world heal, recover, rebuild, and thrive. Now, we've been on a journey of transformation together since well before COVID-19. I've personally been with Wiley about 2 years now, and when I started, so this is prior to COVID-19, our CEO, Brian Napak, said that we're not in a single market that's not going through major disruption. And he was right. If you look at our markets, everything from research to education to publishing are transforming dramatically. And those changes are only accelerated by the crisis we face today. Now, Wiley's a company that's been around for over 200 years. And we've only been around for that long because of our ability to continue to transform. And the fact that nearly 80% of Wiley's revenue is generated from digital products and tech-enabled service, and that this continues to grow, is testament to that transformation from publisher to digital disruptor. So I don't know about you, but I remember clearly on March 13th what was happening. Now, we left the office March 13th, it was a Friday, and we left the office thinking we'd be back at work on Monday. I was lucky I had some idea that maybe we wouldn't return eventually, so luckily I removed all the perishable food, fruit and whatnot from my desk. But I thought we'd be back. But on March 14th, that Saturday, we decided we would not return to the office. What we saw at Wiley at that time was that the provisions we'd put in place to enable hundreds of remote workers, combined with planning around redundancy and resilience, enabled us to scale to thousands. We shifted resources to staff up our service desk and provide additional security. We allocated additional bandwidth. We saw applications automatically scale to meet demand. And where they did not, we were able to rapidly push changes to improve them. More on that. I'll talk more on that later. Ultimately, we were able to move 9,000 plus employees to work from home in a matter of days with almost no impact. Not only that, but this crisis opened up an opportunity for acceleration on multiple fronts. And this amazing response was only possible because of the underlying DevOps principles. Now, I know you are all very familiar with DevOps, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on the what is of DevOps, but I did want to say that at its core, for me, DevOps is about collaboration. DevOps has evolved over the past 10 plus years as a set of principles to respond more quickly and rapidly to business and to the rapidly changing business and technology landscape. DevOps has transformed the way we work by bridging the gap between development and operations teams and improving time to market while improving service availability. Now, when I look at this from a perspective of collaboration, the amazing thing about DevOps, and one of the reasons I'm so passionate about it, is that it shows that by working together, we can improve time to market and build more resilient systems. And this is amazing. This is the holy grail that tech folks like myself